Hello, my ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And it's Christmas Day. Merry Christmas. Yes, I am sitting here in my car filming a video. I'm actually the first one to arrive at my grandparents' house. And I was trying to articulate this message yesterday to film a video, but it just wasn't working. I could not articulate my message. That tends to happen when I am when I have period brain. Okay, so thankfully I had some free time today before Christmas dinner, and I wanted to talk about some of the things that men need in order to fall in love and commit to a feminine woman, some of the qualities that they look for. So, some of the most well-known and top relationship experts out there have conducted their own research and ask men important questions. And one of the questions sometimes is, why do men decide to leave? Why do they decide to divorce? Why do they decide to, throw in the towel and give up on a woman that they love, right? And usually the answer to that is that no matter what they do or they say or they try to do, it's never enough to make her happy. Okay, so the number one quality that men look for and fall in love with and commit to in women is if he can make her happy. He needs the smallest amount of information and details that signal to him that she can be made happy by him, by what he provides, by what he gives. Is he enough? Is he doing enough? All of these things are very, very important for men when they are deciding to let their guard down and emotionally connect to woman. So, since men operate more logically and rationally from their left brain, as they are masculine energy men, then that means that then when they fall in love, it is through their emotion, through how they feel when they are around this said woman. They are more able to fall into that heart space with her and connect to her on a level that they cannot connect to with just anyone. They feel the things, they relate to her, they relate with what's going on inside of her world, and block out all the noise of their own masculine competition world, work world, business, fast pace, all of that. They can leave that and push that aside and come into her space feeling actually what it feels like to be more human and more in their own feminine energies. So it is more so men who make decisions of committing to woman through their emotion and how they feel around her and in her energy, in her essence, in her aura. And it is us feminine women who actually make decisions of if we want to commit to a guy through our logic, right? We ask the questions: can he protect? Can he provide? Do I feel safe with him? Can I trust this guy? Is he loyal? These are the qualities and questions that we ask ourselves when we are deciding whether or not that we want to give ourselves to him. But for him, he needs to connect more on an emotional level. So you see how opposite it is for both men and women to when they come into the place of asking the more hard question of if they want to commit. That's actually sometimes why men, like when they do the whole boyfriend and girlfriend thing, and they'll be with a woman for years at a time or whatever, and then she starts really pushing for marriage, and then they don't feel like all ready for it. They don't feel like they really want to make that commitment emotionally with her, but they kind of just do it anyway because A, it's the right thing to do. B, they've been, logically they've been together for a long time, so they know that that's what it's supposed to lead to, and they just want to do the right thing and make the right choice, and give her what it is that she wants. And sometimes that is very well the case for many men that end up doing the boyfriend and girlfriend thing. And granted, it's not like they're always aware of this. That's why I really strongly preach against doing boyfriend and girlfriend. Because men are not as equipped in the relationship department as we are. We have the gifts of being relational and having those innate relationship skills that men don't always innately have. So, can she be made happy? Is she already critical of me in the dating and courting phase? Is she being overly combative when I offer up a specific restaurant that I want to take her to, or a specific event that I want to do with her? Is she being super combative and argumentative? Is she impossible to please? Or is she generally happy with the decisions that I make, the places that I take her to, the experiences that we do get to experience together? Does she just go with the flow of things? And if something happens to go wrong or an issue comes up during a special event per se, does she handle it intelligently, right? So these are the characteristics that woman needs to be portraying in order for men to feel on an emotional level like they can really love this woman, okay? But on the other hand, can she be made happy with what I provide for her, right? So when she's, you know, the type of car that she is driving when we're just dating each other, can I afford that car? Can I afford to give her the exact same lifestyle that she's living right now? Or will she always be pressuring me for more? Or do I just not value the same kind of lifestyle that she values and desires, right? Because sometimes we have a great connection with someone and we share a lot of the similar values, but our lives just don't look the same, and that can happen, right? And so that comes up for them when they're, you know, trying to see if they can give you what it is that you want out of life. Can I make her happy? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with our desires, okay? And there's nothing wrong with what we own and our success and our careers. And, you know, if you're a woman who happens to be successful and have all your own, you know, independence and providing all your own financial means, you know, that you've built up all on your own, there's nothing wrong with that. But we have to understand as women that this is very new, okay? And so throughout all of evolutionary history, men have always provided resources for us. So because this is so new, this is still deeply ingrained into the male mind, and knowing that they need to be able to afford and provide what it is that we need. And some men, they just don't desire to have all the extravagance that you may have or that you may desire, okay? So they need to be able to feel like their desires is going to live up to what you want and expect out of him. And one time I had heard about a couple, like a situation where a couple, you know, they were somewhere traveling, and she saw, the woman saw a beautiful home, and she was just enthralled by it. And she was like, wow, like this is so amazing. Like I would love to, you know, I'd love to live here one day, or, you know, something basically fantasizing about a more extravagant life and living in a better area, you know, wealthier area per se. And the guy, he just felt like it was like a blow to him, because he felt like, okay, you know, maybe does that mean what I have for her right now is not enough? Do I feel like I want that same extravagance that she desires? And if I don't, will she be happy? And so for the next very important quality that men look for and fall in love with in feminine women is, does this woman exude the whole range of femininity? Does she embody all the range of feminine flavors, as I like to call it? So what this means is, us women, we are 4 different women out of a whole month, right? We have 4 phases of our cycle that we go through, and we're a different person for each of them. I've heard them being compared to winter, fall, summer, and spring, the phases of the cycle. And just like in a whole month we switch up, you know, years and years and years we switch up, right? We're never the same person. We're always evolving, always changing, always growing. I mean, I know that there's things in my closet that I've never worn just because I liked them at one point in my life, and 3 months later I was like, why the hell did I buy this? This is not even my style anymore. So we are always evolving. Our femininity is just ever changing. But men like that. They like to experience that, you know, full range of flavors through us. So we have to make sure that we're showing up, exuding every range in every aspect, in every view to ourselves, to our full potential of femininity, right? So can you feel the sad feelings when something sad is brought upon you? Okay, do you have the connection to your heart so fully and so wholly that that you can cry, you know, at more pulling and more triggering things, right? That is a very beautiful thing to experience as a feminine woman. And that's just something that men don't have the full potential to experience in the way that we do, because we are more of the emotional bearers. So are we nurturing? Are we compassionate towards people that we love? And on the other hand, are we strong, independent thinkers? You know, do we have a mind for ourselves, and do we not let other people's opinions and thoughts about us sway our judgments, sway the way that we perceive the world? Men love a strong woman that can think for herself and can you know, she's not afraid to stand in her truth and own her values and speak her truth about it. Speak her full authenticity. That's another trait that's very important to men, you know, despite any emotions or triggers that might come up for her. Can she speak her truth and own all the parts of who she is, own her values, and not be afraid to, you know, hurt somebody else's feelings just because she might not agree with their point of view. Masculine men really value that strength in a feminine woman that they are connected to. And another another aspect of it is, does she hold firm to her boundaries? You know, is she not going to be afraid to, you know, let him know if he's messing up, or if he's doing something out of the ordinary that she's just not okay with and she's not willing to tolerate? Is she going to be able to communicate what her standard is in a very genuine, authentic, and loving way, but still a way that's very true to herself, right? And very true to upholding her end of her commitments to herself and her values. Does that make sense? And of course, the side that I was speaking of the whole half of the video is the happy-go-lucky, you know, playful side of your feminine embodiment. Does she have a sense of humor? You know, does she laugh at my jokes? Does she take life not so seriously? Can she laugh at the little mundane things? When a wave comes crashing into her, does she know how to handle that graciously, flowingly, if that's a word? You know, can she handle the things that come at her and handle them with gentleness and a sort of lightheartedness that doesn't change who she is overall? I hope that's being articulated in the way that I want it to. But, you know, playfulness and having a sense of humor is very, very important to masculine men who have to be very, very serious in their world of the workforce and the world of competition with other masculine men. And men are one-stop shoppers. Okay, so what this means is that testosterone makes them very laser focused by nature. Okay, so they want to have a one-stop shop with one woman. So they want to be able to experience all the things and all their needs being met with one woman. That's why men are definitely very committable by nature, because they want one source, and, you know, they stay focused on one thing, and where they can get it from, that's what they want to fully invest into. They don't like to have to jump from this store and then to this store and then to the next store to find all their different needs. They just need to experience the full range of the feminine embodiment in one woman. That's why it's very important for you to really take the time to develop your true essence and full embodiment of your femininity, which is, it's already in there. The authentic, full range of femininity is very much in there. Sometimes it just has to be healed, and there's layers to pull back and go through in order to really fully reveal her. Men have conserve energy mode, and they have something called tracked vision. That's why they're more laser focused with their testosterone. Tracked vision is very helpful for hunting, you know, their natural hunting skills. But women, estrogens make us have something called scan vision, where we can point out the valuable things, right? So that's why they can never find anything. This is so funny because it's so true, right? I see every single woman in my family I've always heard complain about how the guys they look with their behinds rather than their eyeballs because they cannot find anything that they need, like in the kitchen per se. But it's because their vision is made for hunting, and ours is just not made for hunting like theirs is. So they have tracked vision. Our brains are just more naturally scattered and all over the place. So they need our help with finding the valuable things, you know? And that could mean tangible things. That can mean just the valuable things in life lessons, you know, the valuable things in situations. They need our help with that. And I think that's such a beautiful thing for, you know, it's a talent that we have as women, and we allow them to see more of a well-rounded perspective around different situations that occur in our life. Okay, well, for some reason, my phone did not capture the outro that I made. So I'm going to cut it short here. You know, a lot of people tell me that I'm so good at this stuff. And to be honest, I mean, it's very sweet, but I don't really find myself to be that good at doing this whole video YouTube thing, speaking thing. I just think that it's what my soul is meant to do. It's what my purpose here is to do, is to, you know, have a voice. And that's really what I'm good at, is speaking my truth and having a voice and being a free thinker in this world that can be very brainwashing. That's more so what I'm good at. I wouldn't say that I'm really good at articulating my words and, you know, coming up with speeches. But anyways, I hope you guys have all had a lovely, wonderful Christmas with all of your families and loved ones. And as always, if you guys have a comment, a question, or just want to say anything positive, make sure you leave it down below or send me a DM or email. I do offer one-on-one coaching. If you have a situation that you need a little bit more help and insight on, send me an email, you know, explaining your situation, and I will happily get back to every single one of your questions that you send to me. So make sure you subscribe to this channel if you are not already. Check out my feminine dating course down below. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.